Get to watch the sun come up another day. Nice and early this morning. I've got the motor grader behind the gooseneck here. Robert is bringing the roller and the skid steer behind the dump truck. I'm gonna go down here. I've got about a 15-minute head start on him. We'll get the dozer going. I'm gonna take it and kind of blade over that, clean that up a little bit. I brought my grade pole and the grade receiver so we can set that up and start fine grading that. Still got to cut all this material out. I'll go ahead and push this mess over here to the side and just kind of get all that pushed up so we can finish cutting that dirt this morning and getting that to where it needs to be. So let's go ahead and get the dozer warmed up and get after it. I'm gonna go ahead and start up the off-road truck and let it sit here and warm up. That thing's a little cold nature, especially building air. I think everything's got a lot of moisture in it. It freezes up, but it does have a dryer on it, but it is what it is. About 20 degrees this morning, so let it run 15-20 minutes and warm up. Let's see what it does. All right, Robert's here. Let's load out some more dirt here. Kind of got that bladed over a little bit. Push some of those roots back. And we're ready to cut some more of this clay out. Haul it down there. Let's move some more dirt this morning. Just Robert and I today. Well, we probably could have used Kyle, but there wasn't no need to have him come down here for 2 hours worth of hauling. Get the rest of this dirt moved. Then it's pretty much fine grading to get this pad where it needs to be. And I honestly don't like a lot of people standing around when I'm trying to fine grade. I really like to just do it by myself. That way I can stay focused and don't have any distractions. Knock it out pretty quickly. I'll run over it with the dozer. I'll put the grade receiver on it, get it all pretty close with that. And then I got the motor grader, as you saw. Go ahead and slick it up with that. Go ahead, once we get it rough graded, stake out where the building goes. That way we know that everything fits in the area that we've cut out. We've got it marked on some trees down there, but just to make sure everything fits within the area we've got. Moving dirt, get this knocked out. All right, we are making the last cut. This will be where the driveway and the unloading area is. So we're trying to get a little bit of slope away from the pad so that everything drains. I'll end up cutting that down where the dozer's at, so everything flows down through there. And we're taking this dirt and dumping it on these slopes to kind of soften them up a little bit more, just to get rid of the dirt. We got a little extra dirt. Ended up having a little bit more dirt than I thought I was going to, which is fine. I wanted to make sure I had enough, so that's why I cut a little extra. Probably could have got by with about a 6 or 8 inch cut, and I ended up doing like a 10 to 12 inch, which doesn't sound like a whole lot extra, but over an area this big you end up with a few extra loads. But we need dirt anyway, so let's go ahead and move it now versus move it later. Pad's looking good. That's about 3 or 4 inches high there in a few spots. And I got one spot right there, it's a touch low. I was trying to dig out this morning, I got a little overzealous. About 6 inches, but when I blade that, put that right in there, that'll be good to go. So we're gonna finish cutting this section right here out, dump it along that back edge to build our slope in there. And it'll be fine grading. Well, so I gotta clean all that up and push that over the hill. I'll do the D7 with that. And yeah, we'll set the laser up on the dozer and the motor grader, trim it out after lunch. It's starting to look like a giant pad. Still got a lot of grading to do. I think it's going to take a little longer than I anticipated. There's still a lot of dirt here to clean up, but we'll get the chainsaw, cut these stumps off these oak trees, throw them over here. The owner wanted them for firewood. Robert is spreading out all that dirt that we just dumped over the edge. Get that rolled in, go grab some lunch. I'll probably stay here and take the D7 and shove all this down here over the edge to open this up and kind of work on that right there. Bad news about Barney, we've got a sliced sidewall on one of the middle tires on the other side. So yeah, we're gonna run it till, well, it's Saturday, so we don't really have a choice. Don't have a whole lot more dirt to move with it, but I think it'll hold through for now. You can tell it's getting a little bit low, but it only hisses when it goes around. So we'll have to keep an eye on it and keep some air in it. I'll find a used tire or put a new one on it. They're about half wore out, so I'll figure out what I want to do. All right, so I got that firewood cut and moved over here to the side, and now we're going to cut this corner off. I got Robert on the D7 pushing that material down here with that. It's a lot faster, and I'm going to finish cutting this, laying it over, and he can kind of take it and shove it down the hill, kind of cutting that slope in here, slope it, and then kind of flatten out. It's a little bit hard with the dozer, plus the ground's really hard, so I'm break it up with the excavator, can cast it down the hill and keep moving it. So here, just kind of cut this new slope into the hillside. Lay it over here and let him push. Probably take the D7 home today when we go, just to fill the trailer up. We really don't need it here anymore after this. Majority of the bulk dirt is moved. So just to make every load count, we brought the skid steer and the smooth drum roller. This morning we'll take that back when we go, and I might take this sheep's foot back when I go. Shouldn't need it anymore after today, but I may leave it, I don't know. Just trying to get equipment home that don't have to be here. So sandy and gravelly. Dirt that thing pushes. It was still faster to cut that and put it in the truck though. That stuff is hard. Just don't cut it that good. All this down. I'm going to jump on the Komatsu real quick and start trimming all this stuff out. Well, that looks a lot better with that corner cut out. I'm going to put some fuel in the excavator real quick. We'll go ahead and cut that section right there out, and I'll bring the laser down here. Got the dozer set on grade right there. I'll put the receiver on it. I'll let Robert move that pile of topsoil, haul it over there and dump it out, while I grade everything. I don't know if I mentioned in the video, but we've sliced the sidewall on that truck. I can't remember. I think I did. I think you can hear the air come out every time the tire goes around. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. Might have to put some air in it, but keep getting this done. Shaping up. I've got all this on grade other than this right here. I'm gonna take D7. That stuff's pretty hard. Go ahead and push it over the edge. And there was way more topsoil there than I thought. thought there was like 6 or 8 loads. I think he's hauled 10 or 12. So let me take the D7, push that over real quick, and I go ahead and blade that off with the dozer, and that should be where it needs to be. Still got to cut all that out. We'll end up bringing it down here and filling in where he's cut out here. Well, the plus side is it's just flat on the bottom. Shouldn't take too long to air up. Yeah, we're just not having a good streak of tires. What'd you do?
That's Kyle's fault.
Yeah, blame it on Kyle. All right, well, that's gonna take 20 minutes. I'm gonna go push with the D7. Well, sun's going down. Went ahead and loaded the D7 up on the trailer, take it home. Really don't need it here anymore. Make every load count. I'm gonna stay till dark. I'm gonna go down there and run the motor grader a little bit, and then maybe haul a little bit more dirt. Call it a day. All right, so sun is going down. I'm gonna work about another 30 minutes, try to move another 5 or 6 loads of dirt here. Get this cut back so I can stake out where the building goes. And pretty much try to move some more of that dirt before the tire goes flat. And I'll have to pump it up again in the morning probably. If I can just get this moved, that should open up where the building has to go. What I need to do is focus on getting exactly where the building is on grade, which it should be pretty close now. Start running the motor grader over it, slicking everything up. That way Monday morning he can start hauling stone and I can work on finishing any of this stuff right here up. time to work on that while he is doing that. Dump this. I think I get a little more on there. Come back and get a few more. Down there in that low section where all that topsoil was, where we got that loaded out, it ended up being 15 truckloads of topsoil, so that's a lot more than I thought was going to be there. So. All right, that's probably it for today. Well, that's going to be a wrap for today. Still managed to get 42 loads of dirt moved today. As you can tell, I still got to take this ridge out right here to get drainage away from the pad and bring that road down a little more even. So I'll have to figure that out later on. Definitely going to have a flat tire in the morning, but air it back up and hopefully it'll get through the day again. I called about a tire, and obviously the weekend not going to really get a whole lot, but yeah, making progress. Another 10 or 12 loads right here will really open that up where it needs to be. So I'll be back tomorrow. I'll probably push that down there to make sure I can get drainage down through there, and then take the rest of this dirt and just dump it over the back edge for right now, I guess. And what are you doing at 7:30 on a Sunday morning?
Helping you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hey, the sun's already slightly up.
It's nice to see y'all get stuff done when I'm not here.
Managed to get it done. I mean, you managed to run over something, poke a hole in the tire,
I did not do it.
And then left it for us to discover yesterday, but
Perks of being the boss.
yeah. I'll make that phone call tomorrow, and I'll just send that invoice your way.
No, I'll send you a fake.
I don't know what it is about tires, but they've not been on my side lately.
I too. It's always you and I with tires or something crazy.
Well, you know what the good thing is? That front tire has held air ever since we
did that.
Put a half tube of grease around
it. Now?
That middle one right there.
Oh, the one that looks low?
Yeah, that one. All right, well, we're over here this morning. Kyle's going to help me get this pad. I'm going to run the grader, get it slicked up. He'll roll it in, and then we'll grade it again, roll it in one final time, get it ready for stone tomorrow. Just going to check everything, make sure it's pretty flat, and kind of help me measure everything out, and we'll figure out where the building's going to go. If we have any other time, we'll focus on cutting some more dirt out of that right there and moving it over here. If not, I can deal with that tomorrow while Robert's hauling rock. But yeah, bare minimum, we got to get this on grade and a path cut down so the truck can get down in here to haul tomorrow. So yeah, let's get after it. All right, let's see how bad it smokes this morning. Not too bad. It'll take 5 minutes for it to air up. Be fine, he says. All right, so we got the building squared up here now. Actually slid it back just a little bit more, get a little bit more room right through here so I can cut a better ditch down through there. It goes to right here. I was actually able to slide it back about 20 feet farther than we had it initially. Kind of give a little more room coming in here and the other corners right there where Kyle's at right now. So that's going to leave plenty of room out front. When we jump on the dozer, we'll go ahead and spread that dirt out, get that packed in, and then we'll go ahead and cut, I don't know, 5 or 6 more loads out of here right now to build a ramp down in here so we can get the truck in here tomorrow. Then I'll get rid of the gooseneck. That way tomorrow I can work on cutting all that out and kind of finish sloping this away from the building. So I like to grade it, roll it in, and then I make another pass over top of it. That normally gets it really close to where it needs to be. And then he rolls it in one final time. What that does is, as I'm sitting here grading, it puts loose dirt in the holes. He packs it in there, and then I scrape anything else and trim any of the high spots off after he rolls it in. All right, so I've ran over this, got this pretty much where it needs to be. I am happy with that. Kyle's rolling that in. He's probably ready to get off that roller and take the skid steer, run down there to the end and push off the dirt that I skimmed up. Then we'll probably move the off-road truck, see if we can go ahead and lay out where this building goes and make sure everything's where it needs to be. Maybe move a little bit more dirt right there in that corner and call it a day. I'm just trying to make sure it's ready for tomorrow. All right, well, we're gonna call it a day. We've got a half day in, got the pad ready, graded out, rolled in. Still need to cut down just a little bit more here and then go all the way down that edge. Clean all that up, but the tire's giving us a fit. I'll air it up first thing tomorrow morning, finish cutting that and hauling it back there wherever it needs to go. Robert can start dumping rock out here and we'll keep spreading that in there. But yeah, I'll walk up here and get you a good look from on top of the hill. Looks like a good spot for a building now. Yeah, it's gonna look good.